This is the story of God's provision.
Okay. Testify TV, Barb, take 6.
Okay, this is a story of God's provision. And this was when we were really young. We were just first married. And my husband and I bought this little old shack. It was a shack. And my husband had to, actually, the kitchen floor was crooked in this house. And so he was trying to level the floor. So he had this big job of straightening the floor and leveling this floor. And we had another couple and another single guy that moved in with us during this time. And so here we were leveling this floor. We were gutting out the bathroom and everything. But he got this floor finished. And we were walking around on this plywood. That's what we had to walk on in the kitchen. And we had no linoleum on the floor. And it was okay. I mean, we swept it every day and it kept it, but it just started getting really dirty looking. And I was like really sad that I had this ugly floor. And I remember asking the Lord, you know, I need some linoleum for my floor here. It was like we had no money in those days.
Yes, Lord.
So I prayed and I asked God for some flooring for that floor. And my mother phoned me up. I can't remember the period of time between the time I prayed it and the time I got an answer. It wasn't very long. That's all I remember. I couldn't exactly tell you how many weeks or days, but my mother called me up. And she had been going through some paperwork at her house, and found a paycheck that I hadn't cashed from the county of Red Deer when I was flagging in the summertime. She said, Barb, I don't know how this can happen, but she says, there's a check for $800 and some here that you had gotten from the county of Red Deer when you were flagging, and you never cashed it. And I just found it. I said, you're kidding me. She goes, no. So she says, well, why don't we try taking it down to the county and see if they'll make it good. And if they don't, whatever, let's just check it out. So I went to my mom's, we picked her up, and we went down to the county of Red Deer shop. We showed them the check, and we told them that I must not have cashed it. And it was from 5 years before or something, I don't know.
5 years?
So anyways, they actually made the check good. They figured out, they were able to go back in their records and figured out that I never cashed it. And they made the check good for me. So I thought, well, that's interesting. So I went and bought flooring. And so this is the weird part, okay? I went to the flooring store to pick up my linoleum after I got this check. And I picked up this flooring sample that I ended up actually buying. That was the flooring that I actually bought for my floor. But when I took the sample home with me to check it with the wall color, I turned the sample over, and on the back of the sample was written my birth date, August 7th.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know why my birthday was written on the back of that lino sample. I have no idea. But it was like God was telling me, this is your birthday present. I mean, I guess what? 1 in 365, I guess, would be the odds on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you look at the mathematical odds of that, it'd be 1 in 365. But, it was like God was, that's how intimate God is. He often will, just say, hey, that's my birthday present. Because, we're his kids, right? So
Yeah.
he gave me a birthday present that year.
Hallelujah.
And he was my total provision because I had no money for floor. But that year I got my floor.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So that was an amazing story, eh?
Hey,
Yeah.